Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam, and today I'm playing a deck that is similar to something I have played in a versus video and written about. It's a black-red aggro deck, but it's mainly black. It uses the bevy of 1-mana black creatures that attack for 2, which I think are quite good. And one of the issues I was having with my version of the deck was that it had some trouble closing games out against good blockers. You really needed to kill everything because your creatures did not match up well in combat. This version of the deck helps to mitigate that with things like Yeheni, main deck copies of Harvester to let your small creatures be useful later in the game, and then a red splash for Lightning Strike, which is great reach, especially when you can cast it before blocks after you declare attacks with things like Conquistador and Night Market Lookout. And Hazoret, obviously. Great curve topper, as we've seen in Remanep Red, and here does that very, very well and attacks through basically any board state and provides some extra reach. So hopefully these revisions of the deck make it a lot better, and I have a pretty good hand. Turn 1 thing, turn 2 thing. Hopefully I find a 3rd land. I'm on the draw, so plenty of time to do that in. And I will keep. Opponent also kept 7. How lucky. Looks like they were playing the blue-white approach deck. Okay. Ooh, there's our 3rd land, so that's good to see. I'm just going to play the Dread Wanderer first. I don't know if there's a particular reason to play either one. Oh, I should play Conquistador. Against Aether Meltdown, Conquistador is better. Okay, so they don't have Meltdown, didn't get punished. They do have Search for Azcanta. Ooh, well, we still might get punished. But Scrapheap Scrounger was a very good draw there. Especially because we have Hub, we can immediately draw cards with it. We don't need red mana just yet for Lightning Strike, so we can sink energy into this. We should find a red source. Scrapheap Scrounger. And these 3-drops should help insulate us against sweepers, which is really nice. Yeheni and Harvester both do not die to Fumigate. Yeheni also lets us sack the rest of our board in response so they don't gain any life. So they did not have... I guess they don't really have good answers for Siphoner. Yes. Interesting. So do I play Yeheni here into a Censor, or do I could play double Conquistador? That seems a lot worse. I think Yeheni is the way I'm going to go. I want to get aggressive. I have a good amount of reach here. Let's see if this gets censored. I didn't really want to use my energy to play double Conquistador either. Okay, I do get censored. A little surprised they wouldn't leave up Censor on turn 2 instead of playing the Search, but I guess they want to start scrying their way through. They did leave on top. They could have wanted the Censor because they had a tap land. Well, we'll get another energy. See what they do with the Search on this upkeep. Kept it on top again. No cast out here for the Siphoner. They could have Settle the Wreckage. I'm going to take the risk here and draw an extra card. There's our red source, so that's good. Do I want to send both into the red zone against a Settle, or just the Siphoner? Not at all sure. You know, I've drawn a lot of extra cards. I think I can afford to give them the 2-for-1 here. Especially because I'll get a bunch of lands out of it. I'll be able to cycle this Canyon Slough. You just can't slow down that much against a deck like this when they have Fumigates and they have an I win button. Okay, so they just take it. That's a good sign. And now I guess I will play Conquistador and Harvester. I'm not going to use this energy next turn because I don't have 2 for Siphoner, so I can Lightning Strike next turn if I need to. And this lets me drop Harvester through a sensor. Oh, I guess actually this does get energy, so I am going to be able to use Siphoner. I'm not going to ever activate Harvester. I don't need life in this matchup, so I actually am going to get to turn on Harvester, so that's cool. I guess forgot about the concern of Fumigate. I probably don't, because they didn't settle. I probably don't want to play another creature into Fumigate. I should have played this Canyon Slough, but I'm not gonna overextend. This is probably a Glimmer. Yep. Yeah, I definitely don't need to overextend when. What do they do on the scry? Bottom. I think they're looking for Fumigate. That would bring them to 12, and then I could attack them to 9 and still threaten lethal the next turn. So they mill Plains. They are definitely looking. They're digging hard. It looks like they found it. Okay, so no extra card for me. Fatal Push. That is not a good one. Guess I will just play my Conquistadors. And crew 1. Done. And attack you for 3. Still not going to gain life. Again, I think it's essentially irrelevant. And do I want to cycle this Canyon Slough, or do I want to play it and play a Lightning Strike? I'm going to empty my hand so I can start bringing back Dread Wanderer. That's a relevant thing. I don't really need 5 mana for anything. I like the idea of cycling the Slough. I might need 5 mana for things, though. I'm just going to play the land and Lightning Strike. I might need the mana for something, and getting cards out of my hand effectively draws me another card in this Dread Wanderer, so I'll just get it out while they're tapped out so they can't counter it. Plus I get to F6 now. They milled over an Opt, so they don't have a mana to spare. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. Or maybe they're just looking for more interaction, but if they have on the land drop, then Opt digs them towards Fumigate and Settle better than milling it and drawing a card. So the only reason they would mill Opt is if they absolutely have this 6 mana used already. Interesting. So what do I want to do? This one I think I will cycle, even though I could potentially bring back Dread Wanderer immediately. Could cycle it, hoping to hit a Night Market Lookout. Because that would let me crew the Harvester, bring them to 5, attack, bring them to 3 with Conquistador triggers, and then Lightning Strike them. Even if they have Settle the Wreckage, they'd have to have Settle plus Censor. And even if they do that, I would probably just pass the turn and hope to get Lightning Strike in response to the 7 mana spell approach. So, yeah, I guess I'll just cycle now. There's a swamp. That doesn't really do much. But let's crew 1. Actually, do I want to crew an attack, or do I just want to attack with the Conquistadors? If they have Settle, They're going to get both anyway. That sort of leaves my Harvester blank, but I can push one of the Conquistadors in response, play land, return Dreadwander, and then have Harvester done. And that gets them to 4. But then if they play Approach, they go to 11, and I'm pretty far away from killing them. If they just have a plain 1 removal spell, then the Conquistadors kill them. So either way, I'm in rough shape against Settle into Approach. But this beats just a single removal spell, like a cast out. So I think I'll just attack the Conquistadors. And if they pre-combated the cast out, then I could crew, obviously. Oh, what are you doing? Why didn't you attack? You're vicious. Thought I had them both clicked. Well, this is embarrassing. Man. Why do I do this to myself? Why? No, I'm 1 short with this lightning strike. Everything looks embarrassing. Gotta learn to click. I'm really bad at it. Ooh, they had Meltdown ready for my Harvester, so it was a reasonable idea to attack with the Conquistadors. Supreme Will, you don't say. I could Lightning Strike while they're tapped down here, but I'd rather not let them know I have this Lightning Strike. But maybe I need to get it out of my hand for Dreadwanderer, because then if I draw any 3 mana spell or less, or if I draw Hazoret, the Hazoret can immediately attack. Yeah, I guess I do have to Lightning Strike. Okay, bring you to 1. Okay, they're opting. So they're furiously digging here. They left on top, so that's good for them. They have 7 cards in their graveyard, so this search is going to trigger as well. I think there's a good chance I just fumigate here, but I think that I should have won this game by not misclicking this attack. They mill over a Glimmer. If they fumigate, I'm going to Fatal Push in response to deny them a life. Them at 2 means Henny kills them. Also means 1 attack from Dreadwanderer kills them. Or 1 activation from Hazoret should I play it, not be able to attack, and have to activate it. Who knows? The Fatal Push is not doing anything else. Oh, they just have Approach. Yep. Nothing I can do about that. So they're at 8. They don't have another land. Oh my Lord! Why? Why are you doing this to me? I'm gonna be 1 short every time. Oh no, I'm not 1 short. Why do I think these are 1s? This just kills them. Okay. They're dead. Hazoret the Fervent. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Attack with all creatures. Okay, well, I have overcome my inability to operate a computer mouse. This modern technology sometimes just gets me. With a timely Hazoret. You know, I knew there was a reason we had those in the deck. Okay, so what am I doing with sideboarding? These dresses seem very good. These Fatal Pushes seem very bad. This Cannons has to be for a matchup like this, I would assume. And then I'm assuming they have Regal Caracol. The question is whether I want Lightning Strike or Disintegration to deal with it. Disintegration is only good when they have it. And I don't have a ton of artifacts to turn it on. Maybe I actually don't even want these Harvesters. They're good against Wraths, but they're kind of slow. They're not usually great against control decks. It's possible I just want 6 removal spells because it gives me a lot of reach. I don't think I want Doomfall, even though it can be. It's just such an expensive duress, and the other mode is not great. I think maybe. Well, where did this Bantuzlap guy? God, I can't click. Yeah, that I definitely don't want. This keeps my curve really low. Gives me removal in case they bring in Gearhulk. Some of the lists have Gearhulk in their board. It does mean I don't have a lot of artifacts to turn this on. This is basically a murder, unless I find a Scrounger. But I want to keep my curve low in this matchup, especially now that I have Duress for Settle and Fumigate. And I think this version of the deck does that best. So I'm going to leave it like this. And, well, I can turn on Disintegration, but this hand is pretty slow, especially if they have any answer to Scrounger, and I don't have red mana for Hazoret. I think this is a mulligan. Ugh. Well, I think this hand is worse than the one I just mulliganed, but it's probably still better than a 5-card hand because it's functional. So I will keep, and I definitely don't need another Lightning Strike, so let's bottom that. Shall we? Island. And Swamp. I'm going to start getting these hubs down, I guess, in case I draw a Siphoner. Deck, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Draw any non-land card. Probably see a cycle of some sort. There it is. Well, kind of happy to see them cycle Censor when I'm tapping out next turn. I guess they're tapping out too. Ugh. Ugh. I have this one too. Well, we don't really have a lot of good answers to that one. I can Lightning Strike it and play Yeti, but then they could just Eternalize it on the next turn and go to 24, and I don't really have an answer to the 4/4. Hmm. I don't know. I'm hoping to just draw a Disintegration at some point here. That is not a Disintegration. Sunscorched Champion is a problem. Fatal Push isn't even really good against it. Both sides have, or I guess the Eternalized side actually, you just get to Fatal Push because it's a token. Maybe I'm supposed to leave in some Fatal Pushes to deal with Sunscorched Champion? That seems so bad. So bad. Maybe I need to have Doomfalls in my deck too then to deal with Champion instead of some of these Lightning Strikes. Doomfall's pretty bad against Regal Caracal, but maybe they don't have Caracal, maybe they have Champion instead. Turn targets, that's sure. Okay, that's not a bad one. I can attack through the Champion. And draw me some cards, hopefully. So, see if we can work our way into this game, even though our opponent is at a lot of life, and they have a lot of cards and a lot of mana. Wow. Sure. The very aggressive attack. I would be so very happy if they fumigated. So very happy. Okay, they will not oblige me. They probably just have settle. Yes. And okay then. So I will not attack with Henny. Instead, I'll just attack with these two. Get an energy. If they settle, then I can sack the Wanderer, let them exile the Siphoner. Oh, they just have farm. Okay. Well, sack this thing. So I may have missed some damage. Maybe I'm playing too aggressively around settle, but I don't know. Take two. And play some creatures. Some creatures that attack. See if you want to attack for 4 this time. So, man, if they, I guess if they, yeah, having 2 removal spells that was enough for them to want to attack, given where their life total is. But yeah, Meltdown is a good answer to you, Henny. I will take 4. I will attack you. Drain you for 1. Would you like to take another 5? I guess the answer is yes. And now I'll play another 1-drop. Drawing these 1-drops just right on time. But they didn't cast this, so they should have something to do here. Okay, they have Supreme Will. They could have done that and marketed. So maybe they have a second copy or something like that. You never know. They're sort of low on cards now, but the fact that they're impulsing to find them, if that impulse found anything good, I'm going to be in rough shape. Even just an approach here, go back up to 19, and it'll wait me out. Yeah, there's the approach. Gonna be tough for me to erase that. And another land is not helping. So, well, I'm just going to attack with all my stuff because I have to apply a lot of pressure. So I assume they'll block the night market lookout here and take another 5, so they'll be at 16. Or Conquistador, sure. Doesn't matter too much. Maybe I should have held that one for potential Hazoret. I don't know. If they have a land here, they can flash this back, play a land, mill themselves with the Rivulet, and then draw the. Oh no, that would mill them. That would be too many because their draw step +2 is 3. This would be exactly 7. Forgot about their draw step. Well, this looks like a fumigate. Well, I'm going to make them fumigate, and I don't think my life total matters. Oh, they just have another Sunscorch champion. Sure. That is also not good for me. Okay. That's an interesting one. I guess they won it against Hazaret. I don't know why they don't just have the enchantment authority, but it's also quite good here, so they might just win this race on the normal. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one. And I guess I have to pass now. Can't really attack, probably need to block. They have 8 power. They're still at 18. Maybe I was supposed to always just leave this. I don't know. Kind of wish these lightning strikes were incendiary flows. Eh? Well, I am going to block here, and that'll be that. This will bring me to 5. But now I get a counter on Henny, which can then block the 2/3. And Night Market Lookout ensures that by the time this other 2/3 would kill me, I'm just going to die to approach. Okay. Let's see what we exile here. Okay. Can I possibly race here? Interesting. I have 7 mana. Is it so? I can do Yahenni plus Return Wanderer, Yahenni plus Lightning Strike, or double Return Wanderer, or Wanderer plus Lightning Strike. Yeah, with 7 mana, I can do any 2 of these 4 things. So 4 different options. And I need to kill them, right? An awkward Yahenni, but I guess if I want to Yahenni, I should Lightning Strike the Sunwing first and get in 4 damage. I don't think there's any way I really realistically win this game, but yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, so I guess I miss a counter now. That's interesting. Is a 0/4 good? Might be better than a 2/2. No, I just need to kill him. I'll choose this one. But maybe I was actually supposed to play that Yeheni first to get a counter on it instead of playing it second to get 2 damage in. I missed 2 damage here, but then I recoup it on the next turns when I'm able to have a thing that attacks. And that was probably bad. So my opponents had 2 draw steps. So they could have sacked the Rivulet to ensure they draw approach this turn. But they don't have the land to cast it. And just spend the turn digging with Market. I guess I can just keep playing a normal game. Wow, even attacking. An aggressive boy. Okay, here's the Market. So now they've had 5, so that's second from the top. Slash of Talons. Wow. Just want a cheap removal spell, I guess. That one's pretty good against me. I won't lie. Exile a card. Gonna want to be a little careful now with my clock. Duress, not so good. Do I Duress or play Conquistador and bring back multiple Wanderer? I guess I can just leave one Wanderer there. But I do want to fire. Well, this is for 4, brings him to 10, and then next turn I might be able to kill them. I guess, yeah, I just need to hope they don't have anything, I think. Let's just attack. Yeah, this turn they have settle, sure. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. I don't think I could have won then. Let's get a mountain and a swamp. Now they're at 13. Turn these Dread Wanderers. I'm actually like into this game on resources, but they've given me the ability to do that by attacking, which they didn't need to do. And obviously, like, there's a reason there's an I win button in this deck, so that you can play that way. But maybe if I draw like Hazaret. I don't really know. Disintegration, that's 10. But even if I draw an artifact to go with it, that last card they had wasn't that good. I think I could have won this game. But they did do a lot of digging to set up that card. Yeah, that would have been an error to Glimmer in response there, because they know what they have on top. Why am maybe there's something wrong with my mouse. I keep double clicking everywhere. It's I was kind of close in this game. Not close enough. Yep, there's the approach. Okay, well, I have not seen Regal Caracal, and I've seen a bunch of other creatures. But Lightning Strike is good against those creatures. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Gifted Aetherborn instead of some of these 1-drops that don't attack very well into them. Gifted Aetherborn matches up pretty well against... What is going on? Go like that. Yeah, there we go. It does slow me down, but not by a ton. Do I want Harvester? They do have good answers to Yahenni, but Yahenni being so good against Settle and Fumigate makes me still want it. I think this is good. Yes, I will play first. Oh my word! What are you doing to me, deck? Definitely gonna mulligan this. Now we get the 1-lander, but this is a keep. If I can find some lands, I can get maybe curve into a Hazaret, but I'm just gonna bottom looking for lands. Okay, I did put on the bottom. I was worried I misclicked again. I'm gonna be very deliberate with my clicking now. Oh man. Our deck has not been kind here. Land, please. It said I scryed to the bottom, right? Is this the... Yeah? Is this the old Moto scry thing? I don't know much about Moto bugs, but you got me, Moto. You got me good. Play another Night Market Lookout. I don't know, maybe I can rip some lands and eventually get to the point where I just cast Hazaret with 1 Hazaret left in hand. And that'll do it. Okay, I like them playing Search here. Land. Deck! Why? Why? Why do you taunt me so? We'll take 2. Okay. Well, I don't know. If we can rip some lands, I think we're doing something. If we don't rip any lands, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Oh, come on! Ugh. I'll play a Siphoner. Oh, Sunscorched Champion is so hard for us to beat. I am close to this Hazaret. Ooh, Milling Farm to Market with Search. How cute. Ooh, maybe they don't have a second white mana. Maybe I'm stupid and I should have Lightning Strike that. Interesting. So I could play Hazaret into a counterspell here. Or I can try to Lightning Strike, which also gets countered by most of the counterspells in the deck. And I have a second Hazaret, so I think I'm just going to jam it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It's Mushu for 2. This might be getting farmed. Yep. Okay. Maybe we are onto something. Maybe. Mill the Supreme Will. Yeah, I think they're looking for second white source, but they have plenty of cards to find it in. Surprised they wouldn't be flashing back these markets. They have them. So this land gets Lightning Strike through a Supreme Will. So let's do that. And now I can attack for 9. Okay. I can even pitch this other Hazoret to Hazoret if we want to. They might have a cast out. Looks like they have something. Yep, there's the cast out. So I'm going to hold this Hazoret. So now they're only going to take 4, go to 12. Hopefully they do not have find another white source. Just give me one turn without it, and I'll be happy. So don't find it off the top 2 cards, please. Mill cast out. That's kind of good for this Hazoret. And they find just an island. Okay. This might be the turn where they start flashing back market. But we have 5 lands, so we get Hazoret down through Censor, if that's their jam. They are very close to casting Approach, though, because this is close to flipping. If they cast any spell, then they can mill whatever they hit off of this and get another land. They have the Supreme Will. They're down to 3 cards. We've drawn reasonably well this game. Yeah, I think they're getting ready for an approach here. I don't know. That'll bring them to, if they cast it this turn, they'll be at 16, and they can get through 5 cards the following turn with the 2 markets. So at best, for me, they cast it in 3 more turns. Deal them 16 in 3 turns from this board. That's going to be very difficult. Especially because any white source is a huge impediment. Turning on Settle, Fumigate, and Eternalize Sunscorched Champion. But if they don't have a land here, and I get 1 more turn, maybe I could find a Duress, but I'll just find another creature to put some more pressure on. That would be nice. Okay, so now they are marketing. This is good because it means that they haven't cast Approach this turn, and 2, once they cast Approach, it'll take them longer to find it. I guess they have the Azcanta, so not really. Oh, so they found a white source. That's what I needed them, again, not to find, but alas, here it is. So they're just probably leave themselves with Approach as their last card, and just bring back the Sunscorched Champion. So I really need to draw a Duress here. And they discarded Farm to Market. So they do have another market. But probably need to draw Duress this turn. Yahenni, not so good. Wow. I think there's something up with my mouse. They're at 13, they go to 11 here, they block the other lookout, they take 2, go to 9. Still a ways away. Interesting. I will sacrifice this one. I guess here they only take, this way they only take one. But they deal with a worse creature. No, I don't think it matters too much. Plains, I think this will be an approach, and then they'll be able to mark it, and then end of turn Ascanta into the approach. Yeah, there it is. So I have to kill them in 2 turns. Disintegration might be a good start. That one's not very good. So if I attack here, they block Yahenni again. And I can sack the Aetherborn, and they take 2. I don't know. I'll just pass. I think I'm just dead. No casting of Market seems good for me. Well, land is not going to be nearly good enough. Even if I get another turn here. It's so much life. Sure. This does give me another turn. Because now Ascanta plus draw step gets them to 1 short of the approach, but if they have an approach in the top 5 cards, then I'm still dead. And I don't think I can kill them either way. And they did reel an approach. You got me. Just a little too slow there in the first 2 games, or second 2 games, I mean. Had some weak draws, definitely. Mulligan both times. Didn't come out super aggressively either time. And you get really, really punished for that against the approach decks. Which is really interesting. They're not control decks that you can target in normal ways where you can grind them out with some of these really good cards. Like I don't think the Blasting Cannons is actually that good in the matchup. The Duresses are definitely good. Maybe I was supposed to just bring in the Doomfalls. Another answer to 4/4 Sunscourge Champions, and you just need a ton. You want to overload on Duress effects. That was probably a mistake. I could have just left the cannons in the sideboard and brought out some other thing. Probably just brought out one of the lightning strikes and leaving a few of them. That makes sense to me after playing a few games, but definitely need to mulligan aggressively for fast hands, and I tried, and in 4 hands was not really able to find one that was good enough. So hope you enjoyed watching that, and you can come back and see me on Monday. Bye.